I think we're at a critical juncture when it comes to the internet and the new media. There are elements of the internet that are right now a very powerful force for cultural diversity. So for example, it's much easier for people to produce music and television and various other new media products. It's easy to produce them and it's easy to distribute them via the internet. So in that way, the internet can be a force for cultural diversity. But the internet is also a force for homogenization of culture. And because you see that not all the world's languages are present on the internet, there's a great digital divide. Access to the internet is available primarily in the north. It's only beginning to develop in the south. And when you factor into that the reality that the big entertainment companies are set to begin to use the internet very aggressively, then they will see it as a way that they can further outlet for their own products. And so in that way it would be a force for homogenization. So we don't know which way it's going to go yet. In my view, the determining factor will be what our governments decide to do about it, and whether or not they consciously want to make the internet a tool for diversity, or whether they're content to have it be a tool for homogenization. And that's about cultural policies. That's about policies on the internet. It's about ensuring access for people. It's about ensuring access for producers. It's about ensuring that there are the resources available so that we can bring reasonable quality cultural products to the internet. So we're very much at that juncture right now. And if we don't succeed in finding the ways to make it a tool for diversity, then I fear it's just going to become another tool for homogenization. I argue with people who are really into the internet, who say you can't regulate the internet, you shouldn't regulate the internet because the internet is much better being free and being unregulated. And I say to them, it will be regulated. You're already seeing the regulations on the internet. It's really only a question of what kinds of regulations we have. And if we have the proper kinds of regulations, then we're going to have an internet that really does encourage flourishing of cultural and arts activities. If we don't have those right kinds of regulations, then we're going to see an internet dominated by the major players. I mean, they're already part of the same companies, right? And there's no question that you see those partnerships. Those partnerships are emerging. I can't, off the top of my head, remember which one, but there's a few different initiatives that are going to be coming online, literally within months, that involve the big studios, the Hollywood majors, along with various different players in the internet, including Google and Yahoo and Microsoft. They're all partnering together to do this. And it's, I tell you, I'm very worried, and I think we all should be very worried. We who see the internet as a tool for democratic discourse need to be very worried. And this notion, and I argue all the time with people who say, you can't regulate the internet, don't regulate the internet. I say to them, if you don't work with me to get it regulated, we're going to lose.
Finally, you're